In the last two lectures, we have seen the Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system. Now, in this lecture, we are going to consider to discuss about the spherical coordinate system. So, let us start the spherical coordinate system. The spherical coordinate system is most appropriate when we are dealing with the problems having a degree of spherical symmetry. So, here we have considered a spherical coordinate in x, y, z. In this Cartesian coordinate system, a sphere is connected or a sphere is drawn here, and the center of the sphere is same as the center of or the origin of the Cartesian coordinate system. Here the point P is present at the surface of the sphere, and the point P is represented by this point here, P equals to r theta phi. So, here we can see that the P is the function of r, theta and phi. So, in this spherical coordinate system, the three axes are r, theta and phi. And what is r? R is the radial distance of this sphere, or we can say it is the distance from the origin to the point P, and theta is called the co-latitude, which is the angle between the z axis and the line which is joining the point P and the origin of the coordinate system, and phi is the called the azimuthal angle, which is similar to the case of the cylindrical coordinate system. Now, the ranges of these axes in spherical coordinate system, you can see that r varies from 0 to infinite. You can see that r will vary from 0 to infinite, and theta will vary from 0 to pi, and phi will vary from 0 to 2 pi. And you can see that the unit vectors ar, a theta and a phi will be perpendicular to each other, because this is the orthogonal coordinate system. So, remember that this ar, a theta and a phi is perpendicular to each other or mutually perpendicular to each other. Now, just like we have seen the representation of a vector in Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system, here also we can represent any point vector in this spherical coordinate system using the same generalized equation. Here you can see that the vector A, it is any vector you can consider vector A can be represented as AR plus A theta plus A phi. Here again the same way AR, A theta and A phi, capital AR, capital A theta, capital A phi are the components of vector A along the axis r, theta and phi, and small a, small a theta, small a phi are the unit vectors along r, theta and phi directions respectively. Now, as we have seen A is a vector, so it has a magnitude. So, A, the mod of A we can find out root over of AR square plus A theta square plus A phi square. The way which we are discussing the spherical coordinate system is similar to the cylindrical coordinate system and Cartesian coordinate system. So, here again the cross product and the dot product of unit vectors. To understand or to remember this, we are going to use the unit circle. Here this is the unit circle, and we are writing here AR, then A theta, then A phi, and if we move in the anti-clockwise direction, again we can find AR cross A theta will be equals to A phi. Here you can see that this one, then A theta cross A phi will be equals to AR, here this one, and A phi cross AR will be A theta, this one. Now, if we move in the clockwise direction, it will be negative. So, here AR cross A phi will be equals to minus A theta, A phi cross A theta will be equals to minus AR, and A theta cross AR will be equals to minus A phi. Now, the dot product of the unit vectors also we can find out. Here we know this is the orthogonal coordinate system. So, AR dot AR, A theta dot A theta and A phi dot A phi will be 1, because cos theta cos 0 is 1. So, that is why this will be 1, and as this is orthogonal coordinate system, so AR dot A theta will be equals to 0. Similarly, A theta dot A phi or A phi dot here will be equals to 0. Now, this is the way we can represent any vector in spherical coordinate system. Now, let us see the relationship between the spherical coordinate system and the Cartesian coordinate system, just like we have seen in the case of the cylindrical coordinate system, how it relates with the Cartesian coordinate system. So, here the relationship between the components of Cartesian and spherical coordinate system. Here you can see that the diagram. In this diagram, we have considered the Cartesian coordinate system x, y, z, and in this Cartesian coordinate system, we have taken a point P, which is represented by the Cartesian coordinate system, that is x, y, z. This point also is represented in spherical coordinate system, that is P equals to P is the function of r, theta and phi. Now, this P is connected to the origin by the r. This is the radial distance r. Then the angle between this r and the z is theta, that is called the co-latitude. And here the tangential line from the z axis to the point is taken as S, and this is also a parallel S we have drawn on the xy plane. Now, to relate the components of the Cartesian coordinate system with the spherical coordinate system, first we need to decompose or resolve this r vector. So, if we resolve this r vector along z and s, then we will get, here this is theta, so it will be z equals to r cos theta. Here you can see that z equals to r cos theta. So, if r equals to z cos this z equals to r cos theta, then it will be s equals to r sin theta, here r sin theta. Now, if we got the value of s equals to r sin theta, then this s vector can be resolved into two parts, along the x axis and along the y axis. So, what is s? S equals to r sin theta. So, now x will be equals to, you see that x will be equals to s cos phi. So, s cos phi and s we know s equals to r sin theta. So, we will get x equals to r cos phi sin theta. Similarly, y will be equals to s sin phi, and we know the s. So, y will be equals to r sin phi sin theta, and we have already the z equals to r cos theta. So, here if the r, theta and phi is known to us, these three components are known to us, then from that relationship we can find out x, y and z. Here you can see the spherical to Cartesian coordinate transformation. Now, we are going to transform the from the Cartesian to the spherical coordinate. So, here you can see that first we need to find out r square. R square, if we want to see that, r square means s square plus z square. So, here z square plus s square, and s square means what? X square plus y square. So, from that we are getting r, you see that r square means r equals to root over of z square plus s square. So, s square equals to x square plus y square. So, r will be equals to root over of x square plus y square plus z square. So, the value of r we got in terms of x, y and z. Now, if we want to find out theta, theta will be equals to tan inverse of s by z. From the diagram again we can see the tan theta or theta will be equals to tan inverse of s by z. So, s is equals to, here s is equals to root over of x square plus y square. Here you can see that tan theta equals to s by z, that is equals to root over of x square plus y square by z. So, here theta will be equals to tan inverse root over of x square plus y square by z. Now, phi is same as the cylindrical coordinate system, tan inverse of y by x. So, in this relationship we can see that if x, y, z are known to us, then from this relationship we can find out r, theta and phi. So, here the Cartesian to spherical coordinate system we can find from this relationship. Now, we are going to see the relationship between the unit vectors of Cartesian coordinate system and the spherical coordinate system. Here we have drawn the diagram which is previously shown, that only the s and z, the two dimensional figure we have considered, s which is on the xy plane. So, s and the z on this two-dimensional diagram, we have the r and this is the point P. Here this is the r vector and this point is the P. If this is the point P, then the air vector, unit vector air will be along this direction, the red line which is representing air. Now the a theta, the unit vector a theta will be perpendicular to air and it will be downwards. So here you see that it is a theta. Now if it is a theta, in the opposite direction we have minus a theta. Now we have drawn the unit vectors of as, that is parallel to S, that is AS is parallel to S here, and unit vector AZ of Z axis, that is parallel to Z axis here AZ. Now you see that this is the line on which this one and this AZ, Z and AZ are parallel. So if this is theta, then this angle will be theta. If this is theta, then AZ and AS is 90 degree. So this angle will be 90 minus theta, and AR and A theta will be 90 degrees. So this angle will be A theta. Now we are going to consider the composition, that means the component of air along the Z, AZ and along AS. So if this is theta, then AZ will be equals to AR cos theta. So AZ equals to AR cos theta. Similarly, AS will be equals to AR sin theta, AS equals to AR sin theta. Now we got AZ and AS, mainly we got AS. So if we have AS, then we can find out AX, which is along the direction of X. So AS will be resolved into two parts, that is in the X direction and the Y direction. In the X direction we have AX equals to AS into cos phi. So here AS we have this one AR sin theta, so putting the value we get AR sin theta cos phi. Similarly AY equals to AS sin phi, that is equals to AR sin theta sin phi. So in this way we can find out AX, AY and AZ. Here you see that AX, which is equals to the component of AR, we have this one, so sin theta cos phi AR, the component of A theta, that is here you can see the component of A theta also we can find out. The A theta, the component of A theta along AS we will get, so this is theta, so it will be AS cos theta, AS cos theta. So AS cos theta along the direction of X, so AS cos theta cos phi. So here cos phi cos theta A theta, and the component of A phi along the AX only we will have, that is minus of sin phi A phi. Similarly, the component of AR, A theta and A phi along the direction of AY can be calculated using the same diagram, same geometry. So first if we find out the component of AR along AS, that is equals to AR sin theta. Now AS along the direction of AY, that will be AS sin phi. So AS sin phi, AS equals to AR sin theta. So AR sin theta sin phi. Now the component of A theta along Y direction, same way the component of A theta along AS will be AS cos theta. Now AS cos theta means here AS is AR sin theta. So from that we can find out actually A theta, here AS equals to A theta cos theta. So A theta cos theta cos phi sin phi. So A theta cos theta sin phi, and the component of A phi along the direction of Y, that will be plus of cos phi A phi. Similarly AZ, the component of AR, only we have component of AR, that component of AR along AZ, that is equals to cos theta AR, and the component of A theta if we want to find out, then we need to consider minus of A theta. So if this AR and minus A theta is 90 degree, so this is 90 minus theta, so that is why we will get minus of sin theta A theta. So here the component of AX, AY, AZ we got, these are the expressions. Now we have AR equals to this expression. Similarly, using the same diagram we can find out A theta equals to this and A phi equals to this. Now we are going to find out the components. Here in the Cartesian coordinate system we have A equals to ax plus ay plus az. Now putting the value same which we have seen in the case of the relationship of Cartesian coordinate system to the cylindrical coordinate system. Here ax, putting the value of ax, ay and az. Here you can see that ax, ay and az, putting all this value, we have this expression. This is the expression. Now rearranging the terms, we will have this ax sin theta cos phi plus ay sin theta sin phi plus az cos theta into ar. Similarly, we will get this term into a theta plus this term into a phi. So this term, this total term can be represented as capital AR. This total term can be represented as a theta, and this term can be represented as a phi. So here a equals to AR, a theta, a phi, a phi. So here AR equals to this term, a theta equals to this term, a phi equals to this term. We can get from this equation. Now this equation can be represented in the matrix form, because if we know the matrix form, then it will be easier to convert from the spherical to Cartesian coordinate system or Cartesian to spherical coordinate system. So these three expressions can be represented in terms of this matrix form. You see that AR, a theta, a phi. So sin theta cos phi, sin theta sin phi, cos theta into ax, ay, az. So if you multiply, so from the second equation we got this one, then multiply this one. The third equation we got this one, you multiply with this one. So if we simplify this one, we will get these three equations. First equation I am showing you, you see that AR equals to sin theta cos phi into AX plus sin theta sin phi into AY, this one, plus cos theta AZ, this one. Similarly, second one we will get A theta equals to cos theta cos phi AX, this one, plus cos theta sin phi AY, this one, minus sin theta AZ, this one, and finally A phi will be equals to, you see that, minus sin phi AX plus cos phi AY plus cos phi AY, and this term will be equals to 0. So if the component of AX, AY, AZ in Cartesian coordinate system is given, then we can find out the components AR, A theta, A phi for the spherical coordinate system. And also we have seen how to find out the unit vectors from the Cartesian coordinate system to the spherical coordinate system. Now multiplying this, we will get the vector in spherical coordinate system if the vector is given in Cartesian coordinate system. So we can convert that one or transform the problem to the spherical coordinate system. Similarly, if the problem is given in spherical coordinate system, we can transform that into Cartesian coordinate system. If AR, A theta and A phi is known, using this expression you can see that just we have taken this AX, AY, AZ, and it is this matrix is taken inverse and it is multiplied with AR, A theta, A phi. So from this we will get the relationship of the unit vector, the components of the vectors in spherical coordinate system and the Cartesian coordinate system. So this is the coordinate system, spherical coordinate system. So we have seen how to represent a vector in Cartesian coordinate system, in cylindrical coordinate system, in spherical coordinate system. Also we have seen how to transform the components of a vector and the unit vectors of a vector from one coordinate system to another coordinate system. Thank you.